It's hard to know the line of just how much stuff you should have. What's too little and what's too much? How can you really know? In this week's parsha shoftim, we see exactly what we're supposed to do in order to humble ourselves in the care of the earth and of others. The really fascinating thing to me about this week's parsha is the restrictions on kings. You would think a king could have whatever he wants. This week, the Torah places a limit on kings. The Torah limits exactly how many horses, wives, and how much money he can have in his treasury. He also has to have 2 personal copies of his own Torah scroll. Even a king has to limit his possessions. Why? Because it brings him humility and reminds him God is the one who's in charge of it all. And by a king having limited possessions, he remembers that he is not the ultimate. He's acting on behalf of God. He's a messenger. The extra fascinating part about this is that the rules of the king are juxtaposed next to the laws of how to treat the tribe of Levi. The Jewish people are responsible for the tribe of Levi. They not only have to give them a portion of their land, but they also have to give them a portion of their earnings. Here, the Jewish people are acting like a messenger. There are several other points in the parsha that teach responsibility from one person to the next, and they all lead us back to this. Just because something is in your possession doesn't mean it belongs to you. The Torah requires you to view yourself as a messenger. You are responsible to others. When we see how a king needs to limit his possessions, it teaches us a valuable lesson as well, that we cannot possibly manage our life when we have too much stuff. The more stuff we have, the more difficult it becomes to manage the stuff plus all of our other responsibilities. When you have too much stuff, it's really difficult to see the important priorities in your life. When you're focused on your stuff, you just can't see beyond it. Having less reminds us of exactly who's in charge and that we're in service to Him. As you go through your week this week, take a look around you. What can you let go of to help you be a better messenger of God? I'm Rebecca Saltzman, and I'm a personal organizer who helps people declutter and get organized all over the world. So if you need help, reach out, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to be a messenger. Remember, if you start decluttering now, you could have a clutter-free home by Hanukkah. Think about that as we enter into the month of Elul. Now's the time for self-improvement. So what are you doing for self-improvement? Shabbat Shalom.